What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Mount Rushmore NFL mock draft. And today we're going to be doing a full draft of the New England Patriots. This was a surprising year for them, I will say that, because for a period of time, actually, for like 15, 20 years, they were really strong contenders. And then Tom Brady goes to the Bucs, and then they just go straight down. But this year's gone. They have another chance. So that's why you guys are here. So it's a 7-rounder. They have plenty of picks in between each round. They have 2 to 3 picks in between some rounds. So there will be a lot of drafting. So, as I said earlier, quarterback was a big question after Tom Brady was traded to the Buccaneers. And they tried to fill that hole with Cam Newton. And he was pretty good. I just don't think he had enough time to fit in with that New England system. Because he was already so used to the Carolina system. And without an off season, he had to go through so much. He had to move to New England, and there was no preseason, so he had no time to practice with them. But in the first round, pick number 15, I'm actually going to go for a tight end. They need a strong tight end, and I think that tight end is going to be Pat Freiermuth. In 3 years with Penn State, he had 92 receptions, 1,185 yards, and 16 touchdowns. So he is a strong, reliable player. And at tight end, that's something you especially look for as NFL teams. You need to have a reliable tight end, like Travis Kelce or George Kittle or Rob Gronkowski. They're big guys. They can run, and their catching ability is amazing. And I think Pat Freiermuth fits the bill here. He fits the bill, and I think Bill Belichick would love a player like him, a rookie like him. And he would totally help an offense that is in shambles right now. So next, round 2, pick 47. I am going to address quarterback here. And I'm going to have them pick Jamie Newman of Georgia, right there. And he had 3,956 yards with a 60.5% completion rate and 35 passing touchdowns in 3 years with Georgia. So he is a great player. He has potential, and I just love watching him play, to be fair. And I think he would fit so well in this Patriots offense. And they could be one of the top teams again. And I mean, yes, they have Jarrett Stidham, but I think Jamie Newman is the guy they take, and based on how I've seen him play, he is starting quarterback material. NFL starting quarterback material. There are some things he needs to work on, but I think Bill Belichick and the coaching staff can work it out, make him a great NFL starter, and he has so many weapons already. That is just amazing to imagine if you're a Patriots fan here. All right, next, round 3, pick 96. I'm going to go wide receiver here because they need a wide receiver. They really do. They had some wide receiver problems, and I'm going to have them pick Seth Williams of Auburn. He had 132 receptions for 2,124 yards and 17 touchdowns in 3 years with Auburn. And he's a deep threat. He's tall. He has great hands. He is just that kind of guy that Bill Belichick adores. And he would go perfectly with Julian Edelman and Jacoby Myers. He would fit so well here. I am going to draft him right away. When I saw his name on the list, I'm like, he would fit with the Patriots. I'm taking him right away. And like I said earlier, their offense was in shambles, and they need a new wide receiver, new cheap talent. And I stress cheap, but they actually have really good cap space. But I just think Seth Williams is that kind of guy who could really help their offense grow and just be better overall. Next, round 4, pick 119. I'm going to address defense here. The first defensive draft of the day for the Patriots, and specifically linebacker. And that linebacker is going to be, let's see who we have here. It's going to be Joshua Ross of Michigan. In 4 years with Michigan, he had 130 tackles, 2 sacks, and an interception. From those stats, you can probably tell that he's a big linebacker, he's fast, and he can rush the quarterback, and he can cover. And that was a big thing. Their defense was getting carved out there this year. And I think linebacker is a position that they need some help on. And overall, Joshua Ross would fit really well here. He is fast, he's big, he's hard hitting, he has great hands, and he can cover tight ends or slower wide receivers. So he would be a great fit here. Next, round 4, pick 137. I am going to keep going with defense, specifically interior defensive lineman. And here I'm going to draft LeBrian Ray, interior defensive lineman, Alabama Crimson Tide. He had some injury issues at the end of the year, but in 4 years with Alabama, he had 65 tackles, 5 sacks, and 1 interception. So not bad for a defensive tackle. Not bad at all. And yes, because of the injuries, his stats are a little limited. But if he was given that higher role, just imagine how good he would be. He is a run stopper, and he can get to the quarterback really fast. I mean, if I was an opposing quarterback, I would be running for my life from this guy. Next, round 4, pick 143. I'm going to go back to offense really quickly, specifically running back. And I'm not going to take Trey Sermon or Chuba Hubbard. I'm going to go down the list and take Elijah Mitchell of Louisiana. In 4 years with the Ragin' Cajuns, he had 526 attempts, 3,259 yards, 6.2 yards per carry, and 41 touchdowns. So, 6.2 yards a carry, not bad at all. Not bad at all. That is really good. He's young, he's fast, he may be small, but he can cut through opposing defenses. And that's what I love about him. He has that ability to find gaps and just go through them, and then his speed picks up. He is just a huge threat there. All right, round 5, pick 158. I am going to go back to defense, and that would be safety. And I'm gonna go down a little and draft Lamont Wade of Penn State. In 4 years with Penn State, he had 152 tackles, 3 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and 1 interception. So, the interceptions, yeah, it's mediocre, but if you look, 3 sacks and 4 forced fumbles, and 152 tackles. So, he is a safety that can move all over the field, and I think the Patriots would really value that. And to be fair, they need that. They need a guy who can go all over the field, and he won't feel out of place. Our next pick is round 5, pick 183. And here, I'm gonna go offense again. and it's going to be offensive line. And it's the first offensive line draft, so yay for that. And here I'm going to draft Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore of Western Michigan. And he is 6 feet 4 inches, 311 pounds. So he's a big guy, and he would do wonders to protecting whoever that new quarterback's going to be. Even if they keep Cam Newton, he can help keep Cam Newton's blind side or his right side safe. Next, round 6, pick 191. I'm going to go defense again, specifically edge, because their defensive line might need some help, and that is why I'm drafting so many defensive linemen. Here I'm going to draft Andre Anthony of LSU. In 3 years with the Tigers, he had 47 tackles, 7 sacks. And 2020, he had the best season, bringing 5.5 sacks of those 7. So he would be a huge threat here to opposing quarterbacks. He's fast, he's physical, and he's just an all-around scary guy to be with on the field on the opposing team. And he can stop the run, and he just goes vroom and hits the quarterback hard. So I'm going to draft him. I think the Patriots really need that. They could really use a guy like Andre Anthony. And he is amazing on tape, and if you're watching live games of him, he's even better. It's really fun to watch him, and I hope I can watch him on the Patriots. Our round 7 pick is pick 239. Here it is. And I'm going back to offense. Interior offensive lineman. And I'm going to take Paul Grattan of UCLA. He is 6 feet 4 inches and 300 pounds. So he's about as tall as Jalen Moore and just 11 pounds less, but no big deal. And he can do wonders in keeping defensive tackles away from the quarterback, whoever that is. And say if it's Cam Newton, he can open up running lanes for him. Because Cam Newton is especially lethal in the red zone. He runs and scores touchdowns really fast, and he's hard to stop there. But he can also open up lanes for whoever the running backs are going to be. Say Sony Michel, Rex Burkhead, maybe if they draft Elijah Mitchell. And I think Paul Grattan would be a huge help to their offensive line. And overall, it would just take pressure off of the coaching staff and the players to do better. And I know most of the time, when a team is struggling in the run game, it's usually all piled on to the coaching staff or the running back, but I think that's not fair. Some of the blame should also be shared with the offensive line. Or it's either just a really good defense from the other side. Bottom line, Paul Grattan would be a huge help to them here. So let's go over the picks one more time. Pick 115, Pat Freiermuth, tight end, Penn State. Pick 147, Jamie Newman, quarterback, Georgia. Pick 97, Seth Williams, wide receiver, Auburn. I'm in 96. Pick 119, Joshua Ross, linebacker, Michigan. Pick 137, LeBrian Ray, interior defensive lineman, Alabama. Pick 143, Elijah Mitchell, running back, Louisiana. Pick 158, Lamont Wade, safety, Penn State. Pick 183, Jalen Moore, offensive tackle, Western Michigan. Pick 191, Andre Anthony, edge rusher, LSU. And last but not least, Pick 239, Paul Grattan, interior offensive lineman, UCLA. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for all your comments. Thanks for all your support. And hope you liked it if you're a Patriots fan. And if you want me to do a specific team, please leave it in the comment section. I am not doing this by any order. So I will consider your team if you leave it in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Have a good weekend. Bye.